Hello, everyone. Welcome in. This is another After Sunset Sunday with your host, Tammy, the Siberian Wind, and we're going to be sewing tonight. So, welcome in. So, I see Judy and Janet and Chloe and Dre already in the chat. Thank you so much for being in the chat. And Janet, I guess you were right. I really need to set my own timer, but she's already got only 255 days left until retreat, which, if that is absolutely accurate, oh my gosh, we are right around the corner. We are so close. I feel like we are so close to retreat already. So I did go ahead and start a goal for tonight. So if you guys want to do super chats, you are more than welcome to. It will, of course, record your super chats and all that, so I don't have to think about it too hard. So how are you guys doing? Can you believe we are almost done with 2025? Can you believe it? I'm so ready for 2025 to be over. Hey, Judy Neighbors, welcome in. She says she's going to be lurking. That's fine with me. Welcome in, Cynthia. Welcome in, Joanna. Welcome in. Glad you guys are here. Janet set a countdown on her phone. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. You are more than welcome to tell me every time you're here what we're down to, because I have not yet set a countdown. I need to, but I haven't done it yet. So that's crazy. You're going to help keep me on track then. I like that. I like that a lot. It cracked me up. So the other week we were sewing the, what was that, Monday last week, I think? Something like that. I was working on putting this together over at William's channel on his live, and so I've got all the rows, but I haven't done anything else, so we're going to sew the rows together. All right, so Jacqueline, Joan, and Linda, welcome in. Welcome. Happy New Year, everybody, says Joan. Thank you. If you guys hear that noise in the background, the musical tones, that is my calendar. I'm still getting used to it. I keep forgetting. So technically, we should be going live like right now. Hey, Gladys, welcome in. Welcome. So are you guys ready for 2026? Are you ready for 2026? You guys might notice that the Christmas decorations are now gone. We've pulled them just from here. We didn't pull them anywhere else. So the rest of the house still looks like Christmas, exploded. So we still have Christmas decorations everywhere but in here. I had Mr. Siberian Wind go ahead and take the decorations down so that I can start getting ready for the new year. And start getting everything prepped for January 1st. Let's see. I thought I was going to fall asleep before the show. Oh no, Judy. Yes, got to stay awake for at least 5 minutes, right? Welcome in, you guys. January is going to bring a whole host of new challenges, so might as well get the old ones out of the way, right? I have decided, I think that I went through looking at my projects. Hey, Rita, welcome in. And I had started a card trick block. And I was working on that a little bit earlier, and there is not a simple way to do that the way that EQ put me on doing it. So I'm going to figure out something else to do with the rest of the fabric. Other than card trick blocks, I managed to assemble 2 that look great. The rest of them are not going to become card trick blocks. Judy's saying hi to everybody, and then anyone that she missed. I love it, you guys. So, let's see, new challenges. Had enough in 2025, no more in 2026. Okay, so here's the challenges for 2026. Hey, Kelly's Quilts Plus, welcome in. First time I think I've seen your name in my chat. Glad to have you here, Kelly. Glad to have you here. So to be fair, the only challenges in 2026 that I am looking for are what am I going to put together in 2024. So I have 30 quilts that need to be quilted. So 30 quilt tops. Hey Rita, welcome in. Hey Susan, good to see you too. Good to see you guys. So what are we doing? What do we have this week? This week we have Tuesday Night Live or Tuesday Night Edition. And This is the 100th one. This Tuesday is 100. Joe says that she's had enough since mid-2018. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I completely understand, sympathize, and companionize with you. Is companionize a word? I don't know, but we're going to go with that. 2025 has been incredibly challenging. I've gone the entire year with no income and no health care coverage, and I'm looking for 2026 to be at least slightly different than that. So we will see. And my thread is still breaking. Hey, Katie Crafts, welcome in. Kelly says she's been around here before. Her channel name used to be... Oh, Kelly's Cruises and Quilts. Okay, gotcha. Glad to have you back, Kelly. Glad to have you back. Yeah, I did find out, in case you guys were wondering, when was this live that I did with all the thread breakage? Was that Tuesday? Hey, Jennifer, welcome in. Oh, yes, Tuesday is show and tell. Yes. So, guys, if you have not submitted your show and tell for Tuesday, go to the Facebook group. Hey, Barbara, welcome in. You can go to the Facebook group. You can go to the MeWe group now. I do not have a link for it, I don't think, in Nightbot yet. There is a The Siberian Wind group on MeWe now. I don't have a lot of content over there. I haven't done much other than just setting it up. But you can submit it on Facebook, on MeWe, or you can send me an email. All three methods do work, and I will get those put in for your entries for the Sew and Tell giveaway quilt. And you can just Sew and Tell without the giveaway quilt if you're not interested in the giveaway quilt. That's perfectly fine. So I know there's at least one person that doesn't want the quilt, which is okay. They want it to go somebody else. Let's see, I have to get that done before I forget again. What do you have to get done again? Oh, the Sew and Tell. Yes. Yeah, MeWe. MeWe is a social media platform. I will put the name in the chat. There we go. So MeWe.com, I believe. And it's another social media platform, but you don't have any ads. You also don't have as many people over there yet. So there's going to be a lot of, it's going to be a lot quieter there than it will be on Facebook. Facebook is definitely a lot busier of a platform in general. Let's see. Kathy has Faith. Welcome in. Good to see you again. Been missing you. Work has been incredibly challenging. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you with that. Let's see. I like getting binding done. Feels right. Finished another binding today for a quilt to gift, and I decided I needed a palette cleanser. I started the dog mug rugs. I'm also working on Cotton Cut Scrappy Rainbow Quilt. Yeah, I am to the point where I need a palette cleanser. And I think that's also why I look forward to January 1st for that New Year's Day mystery from Stitch in Heaven. Because I use that kind of as a palette cleanser. I'm getting an entire quilt done in that first week of January, and I feel accomplished for the new year, and then the rest of the year just kind of glides after that a little bit. It's not a hard year after that. Or, well, it doesn't feel like it's a hard year, at least not starting out. Kelly says she hasn't been in the sewing craft room much lately, too busy with holiday festivities. I know. There's been a lot of that going on. And, Barbara, I will be sending your checkerboard out. It is completely done. I will be sending it out tomorrow. So, in case you were wondering, I have not forgotten about it. I've not forgotten about you. I did not create checker pieces, so those are all new. But the checkerboard is done and ready to ship. So I did manage to get that finished. I did video the ties for it as well. So I've got to get that uploaded in the next day or so as well. Welcome in, Laura and Linda. Welcome in. Okay, yeah, it was Christmas Day then. It was Christmas Day when I was working on that checkerboard that my thread kept breaking and my machine kept messing up. Well, it is confirmed it is this thread. So my thread spool has started breaking just randomly. So it is a spool of essential thread or essentials by Connecting Threads. And I think I remember having the same problem with the other spool from them that I got. And it's just after you get like, you're maybe like a quarter of the way left to the spool maybe, but I'm still going to use it. I'm still going to use through it. I'm just going to fight it. Yeah, MeWe is very similar to Discord, but it's not like there's not as much fluff and ads and all of that on MeWe. So MeWe is a little bit easier for me to get into and out of every day without feeling like I'm spending 3 hours stuck on social media. So I like it for that, but I know it's not for everybody. Did I say hi to Laura? Hi, Laura. Welcome in. Let's see. Did I miss anybody else? Guys, if I missed you, please let me know that I missed saying hi, because I don't want to miss saying hi to you. I really don't. My family like the gifts I made for them. That's awesome, Susan. That is fantastic. It's always rewarding when somebody appreciates the hard work that you put into something. It is amazing. And in case you guys are hearing the extra noise, my upstairs neighbors have been especially loud the last 2 hours. So I fully expect that they'll continue through probably 10 my time. So I'm expecting it's here for the long haul. And I only press the first 3 rows, so I will have to press rows as I go, as I get closer into this quilt. But look at these fabrics. Aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they stunning? And yes, I've got to trim extra off. I cut it big intentionally. I love this fabric. It makes me feel like it's whimsical. I love it. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Laura says, "You're a bit late. My husband needed help." Oh, you're fine. You put shelving units together this afternoon? Where? Near your long arm? That I know you're excited to get to use now. I know you're so ready for it. Everybody saying hello to everybody. So do you guys have New Year's Day plans or New Year's Eve plans? Do you have plans to celebrate New Year's Day or New Year's Eve? Let me know in the chat. Or if you're watching this on replay, let me know in the comments. I do read each and every comment. Your dog fan just jumped up in my lap. Oh my gosh. She loves watching me. I know she does. I know she does. I'm so glad she's there. That's so hilarious. And it's Zelina, right? Zelina's the one that jumps up in your lap to watch me. Good, Kathy, and you. Oh, good deal. Not for us. Peace and quiet. I hear you, Kelly. The only thing that I've got planned is sewing the New Year's Day mystery with Stitch in Heaven. I've got my quilt pieces cut, so the entire cutting stuff is Elena. Okay, the entire cutting is done for the New Year's Day mystery, so I am ready to sew on the first. Now, granted, I didn't get a pre-cut kit, so I'm gonna have a little bit of trimming and cutting. The shelving units are for his new garage. I tried to talk him into letting me use it as a sewing studio, but no, of course not. He's got to have his garage. He's got to have his garage. Guys like the garage. So Tom has the garage too. I park in it, but he has the garage for all his decorating stuff. Chloe says no plans for New Year's Eve or day. Fair enough. Kelly says she's going to be able to get some sewing done. That's the spirit. That is the spirit. No plans for either day at the moment, says Arena. We'll be down the road for the New Year's Eve party. Ooh. Now, are you one of those that manages to stay up past midnight? You stay up till the ball drops or whatever local celebrity thing happens on New Year's Day? I struggle to stay awake that late. on William's channel, I got him keeping me awake the entire time till midnight. But on my own, oh my gosh, guys, I struggle. No plans. I am still making stuff, but slowed way down. Making those 3 quilts completed under 3 weeks. Yeah, I bet that did take a lot out of you, Rita. Those are massive, and they're gorgeous. You did a fantastic job. Susan says her plans for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day is sewing. There you go. There you go. My husband's going to be haunting the website to book a group campsite. Those bookings are available on the 1st. Oh, that's fantastic, Kelly. That is awesome. I would love to go camping. I don't think Mr. Siberian Wind really enjoys camping all that much. We were selling off the sleeping bags, and we're not gonna keep them because we haven't used them the entire time we've been married. And he's like, well, what if we go camping? And I'm like, when have you ever wanted to go camping since we've gotten married? And he didn't have a good answer for me. So we're still gonna sell off the sleeping bags if they sell. Yes, Rita has been busy. She's been very, very busy. Judy says she's going to be up till midnight and then she's going to be home by 12:10. Oh, please be careful. You know there's always somebody out there who has indulged a little too much and should not be out driving. So please be careful. We do that every year. Kelly says, Happy New Year, good night. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We host New Year's Eve very low key. We celebrate with longtime friends. I think we're at 38 plus years of friendship. Oh, that's impressive, Laura. That's impressive. We haven't lived anywhere long enough to have those kinds of friends. We haven't lived somewhere long enough for that. And Chloe says she's going to be struggling to stay up. I have to work early, 7 to 3 on New Year's Eve. Yeah, you're up early on New Year's Eve. And then trying to stay up till midnight. No, you need a nap. Need a nap before New Year's Eve celebrations. We tried to watch the celebrations one year, and we were at my sister-in-law's, and I was up. My husband fell asleep in front of the TV, but then I was up. I don't remember what my sister-in-law was doing. Hi. You cannot have my bottle. It's not empty. Are you interrupting me? I'm getting interrupted, guys. All right, come here. No, you're not getting a treat. Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Up. All right, we're saying hi. Judy says, yes, I will. 2 drinks, and then I switch to water, and people watch the drunks. Yeah, I would people watch as well. Hi. Are you saying hi to everybody for the last of the new year or the last of 2025? Yeah, you're saying hi. Yeah, we still have Tuesday to go. And why have you been licking your arm? Your arm is wet. Why have you been licking? No, please don't lick your arm. Thank you. Can I sew again? Am I allowed to sew? Thank you. Gotta ask permission from the puppy dog. Chloe, they were both in our wedding. He was the best man, and she did all of the readings. We're very fortunate. Oh, that is crazy awesome, Laura. That is crazy awesome. We've had to turn the heat back on. So I'm going to go between my hair up to my hair down to my hair up to my hair down. Who else does that? The only thing I hate about winters is the warm temperatures inside. Aw, yes, Joan. Yeah, he loves it. He doesn't come and beg attention often, but when he does, I do tend to indulge him. Usually he begs attention off of Tom, not off of me. But if he's going to beg attention off of me, I might as well reward him for trying to come to me for attention. So this next row I did not press. I'm wondering. I'm not going to worry about it. I will, well, maybe. Hang on. That was the where I did press. You know what? I think I could do it without it. We're going to see. If I screw this up, it's my fault, and I will rip it. Good night, everyone. Heavy wants me to watch something with him. Absolutely, Kelly. Have a great night. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. I appreciate it. You have a great night. Make sure you pet some fabric before you get in bed. That's the important thing. We gotta pet fabric on Sunday nights before we get in bed. I have a friend coming over tomorrow to come spend some time with me. And then Tuesday night, I've got you guys with me for a live. Wednesday and Thursday. Oh no, that's next week. Sorry. Next week, I have Monday night open, and that's about it right now. All my nights are booked except for Saturday night. I'm starting the year off strong with a very busy schedule. Very busy schedule. All right. Maybe I'll have this done by the end of the year. I think this project has been going on for 2 years now because I think I started cutting it in 24. I want to say I started cutting it in 2024 because I remember taking it on the road with me. Hey, Andrea, good to see you. She says, great to be with you this evening. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. All right. So yeah, I will be getting, let's see, is Friday the 2nd? I believe it is. Let me see. Yes, Friday is the 2nd. So all the payment stuff will be up and running by Friday. So for the retreat, guys, if you are interested in attending, you'll be able to start paying deposits starting this Friday. And I'm hoping to also have the quilt pattern out for the Flying Geese Mountains. I'm going to make a couple of small edits to it, and it should be ready to go. I was working on that today. So we're going to see. We're going to see if I can get it done. I'm so looking forward to 2026 and a fresh start. Yes. Yes. Put 2025 in the rear view is no joke. No joke. That is exactly where 2025 needs to be. I think 2025 was trying to make a repeat of 2020. I think that's what 2025 was. It was just, a 2020 redo. And I was not a big fan. Not a big fan. So we're hoping, we got our fingers crossed for a very satisfactory 2026. And a fantastic retreat to boot. I'm definitely looking forward to the retreat. That's for sure. That is for sure. There we go. How many of you guys remember the... Thank you! Thank you, Laura. You have a raffle ticket for April 14th. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you for that. I appreciate it a lot. Let's see. Andrea's been filming the next installment of her Steps to Freedom series. Now to edit it takes almost as much time editing as filming. Yes, I'm with you on that, Andrea. The editing process can be brutal. It can be absolutely brutal. I found that I do have the option to record my podcast at the library using their equipment. And I don't want a video podcast. It's going to be audio. And so I've been working on that. And my 3 pages of text that I took with me to do my first podcast with, I read it in like 12 minutes. So that is not nearly long enough. So I'm going to revamp the first podcast episode and get it where I want it to be. Tammy, your videos have brought so much joy in my life during a very difficult time. I'm so glad, Laura. That is so fantastic. The whole point that I did with starting my channel was I want to be here to inspire you guys. And, I'm having to do some things just to make ends meet. But, the whole goal has always been and will always be to be inspiring and bringing inspiration to you guys. Well, thank you. She says, not to mention your amazing community. I agree. This community is absolutely amazing. I have received birthday gifts. I have received Christmas gifts, all of which I never asked for or expected, but they're such tangible reminders that you guys are there, and I couldn't do it without that. So thank you, everybody. Hey, Katie, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. This quilt is a queen size. Did I mention it's a queen size? It's a queen size. Because I couldn't do a lap size quilt or a wall size quilt. It was not, if I'm going to use these purple batiks, I wanted a big quilt. Well, this will be big. And I do have fabric to border it out. So once I get done sewing it together and press it a really good time and measure it, I may be adding borders to it just to make it larger. Because I fell in love with these fabrics and I wasn't going to let them go. They were coming home with me one way or the other, and they were going into this quilt. This is exactly where they were planned for. Yes, go big or go home is absolutely right. I still have a 101-inch square quilt, 2 quilts, sitting in my stack of quilts to quilt. I've been holding off on getting back to quilting until I get through the end of the year. And then one day a week is going to be my quilting day for sure. It might be 2 days a week to start until I get caught back up. Because I have way too many. I need to get the one that's on there now is the one I'm hoping to be teaching in May. It's between that and one other quilt. But the other quilt I'm going to be teaching in July. So I was selected to teach at Quilt Wyoming in 2026. So I will be gone basically for most of a week in 2026. I'll be home. I should be home in time for After Sunset Sunday, and I'll be leaving I'll be leaving Wednesday morning, so I won't be missing that. I don't know what that's going to do to Friday in July. So we'll have to see. I don't know. I think that might be the Friday that Kathy and Alicia would normally be here for Yuletide Sampler. And I don't know that I can do it from up there. I don't know what the internet's going to be like. So that might be the only thing we have to readjust is After Suns or the Yuletide Sampler for that week. May have to go up or down just depending on where it's falling. Judy says she's got one on the long arm that needs to get done. I've got that one, but then I have the other one for July that needs to be quilted. I have my completed Reflections Mystery that needs to be quilted. So that's just 3 right there. But the one that's on the frame is not even one of the 30. So I've got a lot of quilts to quilt this year, guys. And then the Stitch in Heaven Mystery, I'm doing it as Quilts of Valor. And so every Quilt of Valor that comes through right now through our group, I'm quilting. So I have a lot of quilts that I will be quilting in 2026. Teaching does sound exciting. I know. I'm so looking forward to it. It's kind of been on my wish list to get back into teaching. And so being able to offer a class and being taken up on that offer. I mean, I offered a class last year and I didn't get taken up on it. So offering another class and being taken up on it, I feel like that's such a huge honor. I'm super excited, and maybe this will lead to future teaching engagements as well. I've got, another quilt shop or two I was supposed to be teaching at last year, and things with them fell through and with me at the same time. So, it just didn't happen, but I think 2026 is the year to get back into that. Hey, Ribbit and so on. Welcome in, Mona. Glad to have you. So yeah, I've got the two planned so far, one in May, one in June, or say May, one in May, one in July. And then we've got the retreat coming up in September. Moda says she is lurking. That is fine. That is absolutely fine. Glad to have you here lurking. Lurking helps as well. Just like interactions like chat does. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kisses. Oh, thank you, Chloe. She says that I am a wonderful teacher and good luck getting the quilting done. Thank you. Judy says she's got 16 other quilts that need to be quilted, so that's her plans for the next few months. You want to take a few of mine? I have a few that need to be quilted, and then I will have the Sew and Tell giveaway quilt that needs to be quilted before April. The top needs to be finished, but then it will need to be quilted before April. So that's on the radar as well. And I can't really do a live presentation while I'm quilting because it's just so darn loud. You guys would not hear me over the machine. I can guarantee you would not hear me over the machine. Isn't this so pretty, guys? I'm loving that. Okay. I'm not even looking at it in real life. I'm just looking at it on the camera. And it looks pretty on camera. Oh. You know, when you don't feel like doing anything else or other things fall through, touching and petting some fabric that you love is a really good way to get back on track, right? That's how I look at it. If I can get back on track, then that's what matters. That is absolutely what matters. And I'm just lining up my seams between my blocks. I did not trim all my blocks to the same size. I should have, but I didn't. So we're just going on whatever size they came out. Tammy, maybe you can record a video of your quilting. I'll definitely be watching. I think I can try some of that. Hi, Wanda. Welcome in. Good to see you. I think I saw you maybe a week ago, maybe? Something like that. Or you're fairly new, I think, to my channel. But welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Glad to make your acquaintance. Very, very glad to have you here. So I am looking at using Spotify for the podcast. So provided I can get it issued out by Friday, then that will be available on Spotify. And I will get you guys the information as soon as I have everything working, because I don't want you going looking for a podcast that doesn't exist yet. No sense in sending you. It is going to be the Siberian Stitcher. So I've got the username and all that taken care of. But I want to make sure that the podcast comes out the way that I want it to sound. And it's not there yet. And I can't really record here at home anymore because, at least not for just audio, because of my wonderful neighbors. I may try to pull out a few things and see if that will help and set things up for just audio. But I'm not sure if that will work yet or not. We're going to try. Oh, yes, you do need to break that long arm in, Laura. You absolutely do. You absolutely do. You know, maybe 2026 will be the year I get a new long arm. An actual long arm. Because mine is not a long arm. It's a long arm frame with a 10-inch throat. My poor little beauty is sitting there waiting to quilt, and I'm wanting to embroider, and can't do the both at the same time. Can't do it. It doesn't work that way. I mean, basically the quilt frame is a giant embroidery hoop, but you know, those of you who do embroidery, if you have a long arm as well, does that equate for you too? Does it feel like your long arm, if you have an automated long arm, does it feel like you're just basically it's a giant embroidery hoop? That's what I feel like. I think it's because I started with embroidery first, and I've been embroidering for so long, I think that that's where my brain just makes that connection, is that it's just a giant embroidery hoop, and you don't have to use stabilizer. Hey Zaza, welcome in. Are my neighbors bothering others besides you? Possibly. If they're bothering anybody, they're going to be bothering fourth floor that way. Those are the only two apartments that connect to their apartment. So our apartment down here, and then the apartment next door. The apartments share the wall between the kitchen, or this building. The apartments share the wall between the kitchen and the spare bedroom, or what we're using as our living room, with the closet being this shared wall, and then the dining room being a shared wall. So we sometimes hear our third floor neighbors through that wall. Now we can hear our downstairs neighbor if she decides to crank things up, which she's done in the past. But our upstairs neighbors definitely bother us the most. Let's see. I absolutely love machine embroidery. I could just sit there and watch the design stitch out. It's so relaxing for me. So the nice thing with automated quilting is it's kind of like that. It's not as hands-off, because you're going to have to roll the quilt, and then if your quilt isn't completely flat, you got to do a little bit of monitoring with it. But overall, it's very, very similar. The automation just makes it so seamless, I feel like. I need to be able to do more designs than what I can do. That's where my hiccup is right now, just trying to find appropriate designs that my machine can stitch. That's my biggest challenge. Otherwise, I'd have to free motion everything, and I don't feel like that either. Mona says that she loves the embroidery too. The relaxing, yes. I have a Kimberbell project that I want to do so badly, and it's a Halloween project. So when I want it done for. I want it done for Halloween. I've got 2 Halloween quilts sitting over there waiting to be quilted. Halloween Town and the what was it called? What do we call it? I've got the videos on my channel for it. But that Halloween quilt I put together this year. So Halloween Town from last year, and then the Halloween quilt from this year. I've got both of those to quilt. Mona is relaxing just hearing the machine doing its thing. Meditation, yes. Zaza says she'd want an automated long arm if she ever got one. That's a lottery win purchase for me, as I'd need a bigger house to put one in. Yeah, I hear you on that. Now those Q-Zone hoop frames, I've heard good reviews about them, but my big stress point is once you hoop a quilt, then it's a lot of work to me to have to then unhoop and rehoop and line everything back up. I would be so panicked that I would screw something up, that I would probably screw something up because I'm thinking about it. Not because I actually couldn't do it, but just because I'm overthinking it. Pumpkins and Potions ladder quilt. Yes, that is it, Chloe. I mean, it's sitting in a box. It is behind the purple box right there. That purple box, that is the Halloween thing that I got from Kathy, that's pre-cut, and I really wanted to work on that. That's also a good palette cleanser too. But then the Kimberbell project is sitting there right behind it. Laura says, Mona, when I get really stressed out, I put something in the machine. My husband knows to just let me create. It works well for us. Yeah, that would be my thing too. I mean, so for me to have Beauty set up to embroider and being able to sew on Ricky, and then have a long arm all at the same time, I would need to convert my cutting table into a table for Beauty for the embroidery. But oh my gosh, I would totally be cranking stuff out. But I will say this, when the quilting is going, I kind of, I'm I'm both mesmerized and I'm a little nervous because I'm always constantly watching to make sure the thread doesn't run out, um, that the quilt stays flat. Like I'm panicked about all of that, and I don't know if that's normal or if that's just me and my temperament about it, or the fact that I've had to rip a quilt before, because I have had to rip a quilt before. I don't know. I don't know. So we did a Quilt of Valor award ceremony. See, Laura took over the basement. It used to be a hangout for the kids, but they're older now and they only used it at holiday gatherings. Now their hangout spot is much smaller, I bet. So I don't think I could go to the garage because the garage is here. I'd have to have a fully enclosed, insulated garage because I'd be worried that I'd damage the machine from too cold of temperatures. Not worried about too hot. I mean, I would get too hot, but yeah. Okay, so good. My anxiety is normal, says Judy. Good deal. Thank you. Worrying about that quilt, shifting or whatever. I think the quilt that's on the frame right now, it bothers me because I apparently grabbed the wrong batting or I somehow cut the batting short. And so I'm gonna have to add batting to it mid quilt. And I don't like having to do stuff like that. So I think I'm panicked about that too with this particular quilt. Every quilt is an adventure. I'll say it that way. I have not had one quilt go on the frame yet that has not felt very rewarding when I can pull it off the frame. And then I've also not had a quilt come off the frame that I'm completely disappointed in when it's completely done. Aside, from the ripping and putting back together. Oh gosh. Yeah, Zaza. She's saying she doesn't have basements where she lives. And the garage isn't attached to the house. It's not insulated or heated. Yeah. See, my garage is a detached garage as well. So I have a garage. I live in an apartment, but I have a garage. And the garages are in their own separate buildings. And they're not insulated. I mean, they're not horrible, but they're not. Like right now, I would have to go out there with a heater and heat the garage up before I could go out there and quilt. And that's not good for a machine to be in those cold temperatures. It's not good for the computer electronics stuff, because then you'll get moisture in there and you'll fry something. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing the frying anything. Tom and I did start looking at houses. So if things work out, we may be looking at a house in 2026. Wouldn't that be exciting? You guys haven't been with me through a house hunting journey before. I've been looking at apartments in the past, but not houses. We are looking at houses. So if things work out, we will be looking at a house. That would be awesome. It would be so awesome. All right. Whew, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. No, they get condensation. They do. They really do. Okay, we're getting there. Look at that. Even without it being pressed. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay. Basements are rare in Arizona, but this house has one. My husband just built a separate garage to restore cars. It is heated and cooled, but he told me I couldn't have it. He really rarely tells me no. Yeah. See, okay, so when I was selling machines still, there was a lady that had, she had an actual she shed. It was fully insulated, and they were putting in plumbing so that she would have a bathroom out there. But she already had, she had the kitchen sink in there, but no water yet. And she had microwave and mini fridge in there. And of course I had an upstairs, which I'm not sure about. Thank you guys. I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving this quilt. For as much headache as this quilt has been to assemble, I really, it is absolutely as stunning as I hoped it would be. There's one section of it I'm not sure how it's going to look, but you know, we're just going to see. It's because the colors are very similar to each other. So it doesn't show up like, oh, it's right there. There's some of it. So the colors don't show up very well through here, through the center part. But you know what? It's okay. Right, Cynthia? She, Laura's husband refusing her to have the garage, and he rarely tells her no. Cynthia says, "Why start now?" I love it. I love it, Cynthia. That's hilarious. So I am looking at maybe the 28th of February, that weekend, of hosting a Zoom retreat. So if you guys do not have any other plans, that may be coming up. I just have to get everything finalized on my end to make sure that I for sure will not have anything come up and surprise me for that weekend. Let's see, my hubby is awesome, but I don't think I'm ever going to get the garage. There you go. Some she sheds are as big as a small house. They are. They are. So this lady's she shed, she did have an upstairs, so she had extra fabric storage upstairs. But she had set her long arm frame. That's what I was going out there for, because she basically had exactly what I've got. The 10-foot frame, 10-foot grace frame, and she had automation, and she just wasn't sure how all of it went together. And so I went out there to help her with all of that and walk her through some of it, and walk her through the non-automation part, because I didn't have the automation part training. She had more information on that than I did at the time. But I went out there to go help her with that, and I was just amazed. I was amazed at how much room she had. I mean, she had that 10-foot frame set up. She could have easily had a 14-foot frame and still had room to walk around it. And then she had all that storage upstairs, the extra storage. She called it extra. But it was fully insulated. They had put drywall up. I mean, just absolutely stunning. There goes my thread again. All right. Right, that's only fair, right? There you go. I like that thinking. I like that thinking. If you don't want to be climbing up and down the stairs, and then you can have more light, as much light as you want, or not have a lot of light either. So speaking of houses, of course, now that I'm kind of established a little bit more as a quilter, and that the craft I'm going to stick with. There you go. Oh, Laura's offering her contact info to Zaza to work on the husband with. I love it. You ladies are hilarious. So one of the houses that we saw, and I don't think it'll still be available by the time we're able to buy, if we're able to buy this year. But one of the houses, there is an actual room that every wall is recessed shelving. So, like, here's a window. There's shelving here. There's shelving here. There's shelving down at the bottom. I think there's shelving above the window. Like, there's shelving the whole room. So, like, I wouldn't have to take the shelving units in there with me. There'd already be shelves. And they're probably already the right size for my fabric bolts. So we were looking at that and just going, that might be the house. I don't even remember what the kitchen looks like, guys. I have no idea what the kitchen looks like. But I definitely remember the room that we were talking about, because we're like, if that's big enough to fit your long arm in it, then that's the house. Let's see, where am I at? Sometimes hi Janet, that's a good name. Okay. Where am I at? Oh, there you go. Laura says she'd rather have a trip to Scotland before the she shed. Yeah, you know. Well, the she shed might come after the trip to Scotland, Laura. you. It was not. Well, so they didn't have anything in the room. Like they didn't have anything set up. It would be a good library too. They actually did market it as either a craft room or game room or something. Maybe it could be a library. Very well could be. I don't know what they originally set it up as, but that's how the real estate agent marketed it. And I was just looking at it going, that would be so pretty. Hi, James. Yay. Aw, thank you. I'm glad Tiffany sent you. And yes, you are absolutely welcome. So, James, I do actually have a retreat coming up this year as well. So if you hear the chatter about retreats, I've got two retreats, two retreat types. We have Zoom retreats, and those are virtual. You can do from the comfort of your home. Those are always 100% free. Then I am hosting my first ever quilting retreat in person here in Casper, Wyoming, coming up in September 2026. So there is a video in the videos list of my channel that will tell you more about that. Hey Denise, good to see you tonight too. Happy New Year to everyone. Good health and fortune to all of us, right? We all need it. Hi Mona, welcome in Mona. Yay, glad you're here too. Laura says my husband has done a lot of research and apparently many of his ancestors originated in Scotland. See, there you go. That's how we get there. That's how we get to Scotland, right? You guys are rocking me out tonight. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. That way YouTube knows you are here and you are loving it. We're not McDonald's, but we're close. Actually, we're better. We're better than McDonald's. We have fabric. And we have broken thread again. And in case you're wondering, James, this thread has been breaking on me. I'm just trying to use up the rest of the spool until I'm so frustrated that I'm going to toss it. I don't know. But I'm going to use as much of it as I can get away with. So, and it's a big cone, so I really don't want to lose that much thread. And as long as I'm not quilting, we're okay with it. Oh, thank you, Laura. She says, James, if it's your first visit, you'll love Tammy's channel. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. Tom is doing pretty good. He's doing a lot better than he was. His back is still bothering him. I think he's still on the 1 week of meds. I don't have to track his meds right now, so I don't know, but I think he's still on that. Are you still counting the ads? You can always tell me. I don't, because I don't know if they're going or not. So you're always welcome to tell me, but you don't have to. It's up to you. Definitely let me know if there's any inappropriate ads or offensive ads. There shouldn't be any. But if YouTube happens to let one slip by, I want to know about it so I can go in there and file a complaint, because I absolutely will. And are they still appearing in the chat? Because I don't want them, if you're missing the content on the feed, I'm worried about that. So they should just be appearing in the chat. Aw. Cynthia is wondering about Katie Craft's weather. Oh, that's awesome, Laura. Laura sending Mona the best wishes for a very happy new year. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. I love that you guys are checking up on each other and watching out for each other. We got like 3 to 5 inches of snow last night, and I had to go out in it today. Just in the chat. Okay, good, Chloe. Yay. I do not ever want ads covering up the video of a live stream. It'll do it for a recording, and I can't fix that. But as long as it's not covering up the video stream during a live stream, because I don't want you guys missing stuff. They're in the chat only, says Judy. Okay, good deal. Thank you. Joan says she's been reading and listening and not chatting as much. I hear ya. Only an inch of snow in Denver. Oh my gosh, we have a lot more snow then. Oh, Cynthia was asking me next. Oh, thank you, thank you. See, where was I at? Sorry about his back. I only knew of his dental. Yeah. So his back started seizing up the other week. Maybe it was like right after Christmas. And so or maybe it was right before Christmas. I don't remember. I'm a bad wife. I don't remember. Because he went to the doctor all by himself. I did not have to take him. So, when was your back messed up? Because everybody's asking how you're doing.
What?
When was your back messed up? Everybody's asking how you're doing.
When was my back messed up?
Yeah, when'd you go to the doctor?
Last week.
Last week? Okay. Okay. Because he's looking at me like, what? So yeah.
Today, Sunday?
Yeah, today's Sunday, baby. It was Monday.
I went to community care Monday.
Okay. So he went to the doctor on Monday last week. So that's why you didn't know about it. That's all right. Yeah, let's see. I've done any lives over the holidays. Been doing a good deal, Mona. Yeah, definitely spend time with family when you can. That family is important. Without family, the rest of it doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, that's family comes first. Family always comes first. But yeah, so we're gonna have some interesting stuff coming up in 2026. A lot of interesting stuff. Maybe we'll get more snow than what we've got. But I got to get out in that today. I did put the car in 4-wheel drive, and there were other people slipping and sliding around, and totally terrified of driving on it. But I had to go. Made an appointment to go to the library for my writing time because I write better at the library, and so I had to go to my appointment for that. But it wasn't bad in 4-wheel drive. They don't scrape the roads here, and they don't put salt down. So we just get sand. It gives us a little bit of grip strength. It is pretty though, Cynthia. It is absolutely pretty. I know you want the snow too, but it's pretty here. Well, it was pretty. It was pretty when it was falling last night. I think by the end of the week, it's supposed to be back up in the 50s, so it'll all be melted, and then it'll drop down again for a little bit. So we're still unseasonably warm. I mean, it's only 18 degrees right now, but this time of year, it should have already been 18 degrees for a few days before the snow hit. It wasn't. So that's why we've got a layer of ice underneath. It's a good day to stay inside and quilt, though. I'm just going to say that. It's a very good day to stay inside and quilt. So my next project I'm going to be working hard on is the Sew and Tell giveaway quilt for April. Absolutely don't miss driving in those road conditions. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. At least not in town. Oh my gosh, Mona had 58 where she is. Oh my goodness. Hey, Nanette, good to see you. Chloe was sledding in the backyard with the kids today. 4.5 inches of snow. Yeah, see, we had like 4 inches maybe. Like, it's between 3 and 5. But because the ground was already so hot, so warm from the last like week and a half of warm temperatures, we have a layer of ice first. It was 70 Christmas Day and 77 Friday. Yeah, it was crazy warm here too. One part of Wyoming, I think, set a record for the warmest Christmas ever. But we were close to breaking records. We were up there. It was way too warm, way too warm. I loved watching Colorado snow falling when I was visiting Hubby there. Yeah, I love watching it fall. I mean, we spent some time watching it fall last night. Once it started, we'd had snow the night before, but it it was gone by morning because the temperatures were still too warm to keep it. But last night's hung around a little bit. We Okay, so we can see the main drag from our apartment. The main drag through town. Everybody's got a main drag. Whether it's First Street, Main Street, Second Street, whatever. Everybody's got a main drag through town, right? At least most decent sized towns do that aren't huge. And so we have a main drag through town. We can see part of that main drag from the apartment balcony, and we can actually see it without opening our patio doors. Yes, you do, James. I've got a lot of content out there. Welcome in. Buckle down. Oh, good. Oh my gosh. Barbara, she says good night all, shoveling early tomorrow morning. Oh, I don't look forward to that part of owning a house, if we get to own a house. That's definitely not on my list. Denise is asking Chloe if she has a slope in her yard. Oh, that'd be cool. We've got we don't really have a slope right here. But they would actually block off the streets and just let the kids slope down the streets here too. But we were watching people driving last night. Yes, absolutely. Be safe. The snow is perfect for sledding, and they have a small hill. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see. When I had my first service dog, his name was Bones, and he loved snow. But living in North Alabama, you don't get a lot of that. But my ex-husband and I, the house that we had, we did have a slope in the backyard as well, but the kids were old enough that they weren't interested really in sledding by the time we moved into that house. And but the dog absolutely loved anything shaped like a ball. So we went out and made snowballs and threw them. Absolutely, Judy. She says, night, everyone. My bed is speaking to me. Go pet some fabric on your way to that bed. Go pet some fabric if you haven't already. Good night, and I will see you Tuesday night if you're there. See you Tuesday night. But let's see. So we would make snowballs and start throwing them. And my dog kept trying to catch the snowballs. He had an absolute blast thinking he was catching these balls that were, of course, snow and disintegrating in his mouth. But he had so much fun. Paladin also loves the snow. I took him and threw the ball for him today because I'm not making snowballs with the snow. It's too dry. But threw the ball for him. He lost it at one point and then had to use his nose to go finding where the ball went. It was so funny. Let's see. Started out 69 degrees this morning. It's now 26. No snow in the forecast. Just freezing and very windy. See, that's why I don't like the eastern seaboard and southeast. Or correction, that's why I don't like the southeast. Denise says, I hope you've already taken your pup out, Cynthia. Right? My dog absolutely loves the cold. It does not faze him. Paladin is a trooper when it comes to snow. Now, I will take that back. When it gets to below like 0 degrees outside, like 0 degrees and below, that's when we have to start putting his boots on him, because then his paws stick to the pavement if they're wet at all, or if he gets snow on them, the snow builds up in between his paw pads and it's painful. So that's the only time he likes his boots. Oh, you're in Oklahoma right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's okay. I still I still like it better here, temperature-wise. Yeah, I can't handle the humidity in Virginia and North and South Carolina and Georgia and Florida and Alabama and Mississippi and Louisiana. No, just can't do the humidity. Just can't do the humidity. How are the boys doing, Cynthia? Because I take it you're out there visiting them too. Okay, we've got, let's see, 1, 2, we got 2 more seams to make after this long one. After this long one, then we got 2 more. And then this will be entirely seamed together. And then the only thing I'll have left to do is pressing it. And my big ironing board is not in the camera range, so I won't do the big press on it. I might do a little bit here and there, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I forgot you were going to Oklahoma, Cynthia. That's my bad. I like it better in Colorado. I prefer the dry climate. Me too. Me too. Love the dry climates. The dry climate is my friend. Now, I will say we have had some crazy weather this year that's been more humid than normal, and that's been rough on my body. But it's dried back out right now, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. There's that McDonald's logo again. Now, I did get asked to do promotional videos for things that are not necessarily quilting related. So you guys may see a few promotional videos on my channel. Feel free to watch them, and if you like the content, purchase. You're welcome to do that. But I'm just going to test it out to see if I am okay doing it. So just be aware there may be some random content coming out as well, but it will be in a separate playlist. Okay? And I will limit those. I promise I will. My boys are doing great. It's been so nice to spend time with them. I bet. I know you've been missing them. But you'll be missing that sewing room too. Missing your craft room. And getting back to your sewing machine. When are you supposed to be back? Do you mind if I ask? You don't have to tell me if nobody's supposed to know. I am not doing any traveling until the middle of January. And I will be here for my lives for that too. Andrea says it's currently 69 degrees. Oh my gosh. Down in Texas, she said the high was 82. Oh God, no. No. She says tomorrow's high will be what it is now, and the low will be in the 40s. Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, no 82 degrees, no. I had to put the AC on for Christmas Day here. I moved up here so I would never have to run the air conditioning on Christmas Day. But I had to run the AC. That's awesome, Laura. Yeah, spending time with family is a gift in and of itself. That is a gift. We always video call my parents on Christmas Day, where I actually get in the video too. You guys would be shocked that this is my primary video source. I brought my machine with me. Oh my gosh! I'm using a little bump out desk built into my kitchen area for sewing. Love that. There you go. Kitchen counters, cut and press. Yeah. See, that works. That works. You know, I am going to struggle traveling without my sewing machine. Believe me, I am going to struggle for that. But I'm not going to be gone long enough this trip to need it. I'm not going to fly with my sewing machine if I don't have to. So I'm not going to take it with me in May. Oh, I got that going on in May too. Ugh. Oh. That's an excellent question, Denise. Denise has a question for you, Cynthia. That sounds like something exciting going on that I've apparently missed the content about, but that's okay. I've been listening to my neighbors and working on projects. I miss a lot these days. I miss a lot. I'm trying to get caught up, but I'm not there yet. That's awesome. Cynthia broke out her Aliso tonight to use for the first time. It was her gift from Jeff and the boys. Okay, so which Aliso did you get? Is it the Tula pink one? Is it what color is it? Curious. I'm curious. I love my Aliso irons. I think I'm going to take my big one with me when I go to stitch for New Year's Day. Maybe. We're going to see. We're going to see what we can do. Let's see. Okay. All right. Nothing new. All right. We got 2 more seams to go. Just 2 more seams to go. So if you're wondering, so this is the entirety of my quilts, my sewing surface. So where you can see my hand, where it comes off the table over here, that is a corner, and I do not have more room than that. Okay, so I've got this much room from my presser foot all the way to the side of my table. So when you're working with something big and heavy or that can drag, one thing that I find helpful, in case you're ever wondering, is to use your needle down function. Don't skimp on putting your needle down every time you stop sewing. And I only have this much room from here to into my fingertips. I only have this much room in front of my needle. So I don't have a lot of extra space. You can pin this. You can pin something like this and take out your pins as you go. But you guys know me. I am not a pinner. I don't like pinning. There are things that I have pinned recently, but I don't like pinning if I don't have to. So with that being said, the way that I manage that is I always put that needle down function on. So I will, this machine doesn't automatically needle down. Quinn does. Quinn is my brother, my travel machine brother. But this machine, it's automatically needle up. And then, so when I start sewing, I go ahead and press a button to put needle down. And I will only sew to the next block. So I will I will nest my seams at the end of the next block as long as it fits on my table. If it doesn't, if it's too big, then I will pick a point that I'm going to mark as my holding point, and I will hold and sew just that amount. So every time that I am sewing in this like little spurt, I am sewing from here to here or less every time. And that's the only thing that I can keep straight and keep from pulling. So that's what I focus on. Nanette says she's picked out fabrics for New Year's Day. Well, you can come sew with me. You can come and sew in person if you want. We got room. It's not that far of a drive. It's a drive, but it's not that far of a drive. No, I'm just kidding. I am considering doing a Zoom that day. Once I get there and get set up, if I have enough bandwidth to be able to run the YouTube presentation and broadcast that onto the projector, and then still have enough bandwidth to do a Zoom, I will start a Zoom that day. So if you guys are doing the New Year's Day live and you want to come Zoom, I will have that ready. You would just be sending me an email. So I will put a post on my YouTube page. So on the YouTube posts page, I will put a post of, hey, send me an email if you want to join the New Year's Day Zoom live or the Zoom. And it will run for as long as we're still hanging out in that room. Joan says that her high was 71. There was a tornado in Decatur, Illinois, which is about 40 miles away. Rain, wind, snow, and a low of 13 to -1 for the low tonight and tomorrow morning. All 4 seasons in one day. Yeah, that is all 4 seasons. All 4 seasons. absolutely. You can come if you want to come in person. You're welcome to come in person. You'd be coming up to Casper. And that. So if you want to come sew with me that day, with the other ladies that are there, you're more than welcome to. And if you just want to Zoom, yeah, just Zoom. Either one. That is entirely up to you. If you're gonna come up here, I'll send you the address of where we're sewing. That would be fantastic. Cynthia says her Aliso is the special design colors from Missouri Star. Oh, that's right. That's right. I caught it on sale on Black Friday weekend. Best price I've seen, so I ordered it for Jeff. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's the thing to do. Yeah. Tom couldn't find what I wanted for my birthday, and so he's like, you find one and you order it. Well, the one that I found that I love of what I wanted for my birthday is a little bit more than what we have to spend right now. So my birthday present is still pending, but it will come. I know it will. It will have to. Oh, good night, Mona. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you hanging out with us. So good to see you. Sleep well, Mona. Oh, just Zoom. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I will post it on the posts page on my YouTube page. I'll also post something in the Facebook group if I remember to. And I may just go ahead and post the direct link in the Facebook group, so you guys don't have to necessarily wait for an email from me. But I do want to put it behind the wall of, you have to at least be a Facebook group member. Otherwise, you got to email me. Just for that day, because it'll be a lot of back and forth. So, but I think it'll be fun. Again, it's just up to what bandwidth I've got when I get there. I know where we're going to be. And I know I'll be connected to Wi-Fi. So it's just a matter of, if I have problems getting stuff set up. That's just what we got to deal with. That is Thursday. Oh my gosh. I got to get stuff going. Especially if the podcast's supposed to come out Friday. Payment information's supposed to come out Friday. I got to get all that stuff going. All right, we got one more row after this. I'm on the last two sections of this side. Are you guys excited? I don't know what I want to do with this quilt once it's quilted though now. I know that I want this quilt, but I don't know that I really need another quilt. There's one other quilt that I've done that needs to be quilted that is mine. That's not going anywhere. It's that 101-inch quilt. Returning to Virginia in mid-January. My son proposed to his girl in November. Oh, yeah. Venue availability is always a challenge. Did I get my fabric cut? Yes, I did. My fabric is all cut for New Year's Day. I'm so excited that it's all cut. Because believe me, I struggled. I was trying to cut it on a live and then made a miscut. And then when I went back to recut, I cut bigger than what I needed and had to recut again. So I had to cut more, just a little bit more, but I managed to get it all cut. And I got it all labeled. I didn't do the diagonal cuts. I figure I'm going to wait to see how they're wanting to assemble things before I do the diagonal cuts. I figure those cuts won't take me long. And I didn't draw lines either. I will use diagonal seam tape. I don't do the draw lines unless I absolutely have to. And this will be a case of I don't absolutely have to. I am thinking about taking Ricky because I'm faster with Ricky. But I don't know. I may take Quinn. Oh, good deal. You saw that. I've been doing my nightly chores and listening. I'm usually early to bed, but awake by 5 a.m. I need that schedule, Laura. If I was awake by 5 a.m. every day, I would get so much more accomplished. I've been waking up early the past 2 days, and I don't know if it's because my neighbors upstairs are waking up early and the noise is disturbing me, or if I'm waking up early just because my body's waking up early. I don't know which one it is. And we have thread breakage again. No big deal. All right. That is exciting. I agree. At least, usually the girls' parents have to pay for a lot for the wedding. So that's the nice thing. Usually the groom's parents just have the rehearsal dinner, at least traditionally. So that's kind of a good thing. I have a friend who's coming to the retreat with me. Oh, good deal. Yay. Have they registered for the interest thing as well? So that's the one in September? That's the one we're talking about? I'm so excited. Yay. I'm so looking forward to this retreat, guys, in September. I am so looking forward to it. I have got a request out to one of the local publications here in Casper to ask them whether or not they want to add the retreat to their broadcast. So I know whether or not, they're going to start broadcasting about it as well. So that way we can hit our minimum faster. Let's see, are they still moving furniture? It sounded like it earlier today. It really sounded like it. Not yet, but good deal, good deal. That's awesome, Nanette. That's awesome. Let's see. Now, I probably will bring Ricky to the September retreat, because I can bring Ricky and set her up and leave her set up. But for Thursday, I think I'm just gonna take Quinn, maybe, just because Quinn's lighter weight and less of a hassle to take down and set up, and it's only for one day, so maybe I can sew fast on Quinn. I don't know. We're gonna see. I would love to come, but being a full-time caregiver, I know. It's not easy. Caregiving is a full-time job. Whether you are the full-time caregiver or not, caregiving is a full-time job. When I was caregiving for my late brother-in-law, I couldn't do anything or plan anything, because everything revolved around when he would need to be at his next treatments, and heaven forbid the doctor's office change anything or need him to reschedule, or if he needed, an emergency hospitalization. Yeah, it was not easy. It was not easy. So I completely understand all of that. You guys didn't know me through all that time frame, but yeah, I remember it vividly. It was, I was at my sewing machine back then, because I had my sewing machine fit up in the house, and I quilted and I pieced and I did all of that, but I couldn't have done retreats. I couldn't have done, I couldn't really do a weekly sewing group. I made it work, but it only worked for maybe about 2 months for me to go to a weekly sewing group. I was able to go to monthly meetings, but that was about it. And I had to plan for those. Like, I had to do everything that I had needed to do before I left, and I had to make sure he was settled so that if I left, he would not need anything for the 2 hours I was gone. I remember how tough it is. I do. All right. The last 3 inches. Before I then trim and add borders. Because I'm going to probably add borders because I've got more fabric. All right. Let's swap you guys over. All right, you ready? I know I am. I have been. Oh, I know you're not complaining, Laura. I know. Yeah, I hear you. Hey, Pam, good to see you. Glad you're here. You got here just in time. All right. Let me move the chair back. Sorry, bub. Sorry, bub. He has been underfoot all day long. All right. Wow. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. Oh my goodness, this looks so amazing. So stinking amazing. And it is square, as far as I know, I think. Or it's mostly square. Oh my goodness. I am loving these white patches end up looking like hearts, guys. I did not know. I did not know it was going to look like hearts. So let me see if I can figure out which way to go so they really look like hearts. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, Pam and Janet. Thank you. Yes, Laura does have an incredibly good daughter. There we go. So I did not plan for it to look like a heart in the middle. Ah, thank you. This has been, I have been dreaming of this quilt being finished. Oh my gosh, because of how big it is, because the pattern repeats. I got 2 hearts in there. I got 2 hearts in there. It definitely needs to be pressed. It definitely needs to be pressed. But oh my gosh, it is Nanette. Thank you, Linda. Yes. Guys, I'm honestly in shock. I'm seeing it with you. I'm seeing it in the camera with you. Oh, this is everything that I dreamed of and more, because I didn't plan for the hearts. Every single one of these is supposed to be its own thing. So, like this right here, every last one of these is supposed to be that. Oh, it does almost. You're right, Denise. It does almost look like a silhouette of Mickey. I am just, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed at how pretty this is. Yes, this is staying with me. I think this is staying with me. Is that quilt for you or someone else? It is for me, probably. If I ever decide to sell it, it's going to be loved first. It is definitely going to get loved first. But oh my gosh. You need to, oh, that would be cool. I probably just going to put my name on the back though, in the label. So this section right here. So let's see. This fabric, and this fabric are 3 different fabrics. So that one, this one was fabric 5, and it's kind of got that little leaf look to it, or turtle look to it. I don't remember. I think this one was, I don't remember what number this one was. This one has like the Art Deco leaf look to it. And then the bottom one it's got the dot print in it. So it is that same pattern as all of the others, but there's just not a lot of high contrast for it. Oh, dang, I can wait until it's properly loved and used, but keep me in mind. Absolutely, Laura. Absolutely. But I'm going to add borders. I'm going to have to add borders. I cannot live without borders on this quilt. I think I will love it even more with the borders. So, did I bury the box? No, I did not. The box is on top. Let me show you. Accidents make for perfection. They do. The hearts really show up. They do. They absolutely do. Where am I at? James says nope. Oh, the silhouette of Mickey? Yeah. It could be either way. It could be either way. All right. So the fabrics that went into this. I'm just going to take this lid off. It's going to be loud. I apologize. Okay. My lid is broken here. So this lid doesn't stay on. Or doesn't doesn't hinge like it's supposed to. So I can take, okay, that was fabric 6. That was the leaf pattern. Oh, hang on. Let me just take the extra out of it. So I have quite a bit of this. So that pattern, that was fabric 6. I don't need the labels anymore. I don't need them anymore. But I do have scraps left over of almost everything. This one is fabric 2 that went into it. James says he loves it. These fabrics are so stunning. These fabrics are absolutely stunning. And I chose what fabrics are going where by what I had enough yardage of. This was fabric 7. Is probably the one I've got the least amount left over of. It's one of those light ones that you just saw. All right. This is that fabric 5. I've got enough of it to hold up, plus some scrap. The scrap is all going to get used to. Like if it's a 1-inch square or bigger, it's not going anywhere. So that's that fabric 5. I mean, I thought initially that there was enough contrast, but apparently not. But it really worked out well. This was my first love originally with this. This is fabric 1. That was what I used out of fabric 1. Oh, thank you. She says, Laura says, Tammy, you're a fiber artist. Thank you. I appreciate that. I am thinking I will just do some straight borders. I'm not going to do anything super fancy because I don't want to take away from it. I don't know that I have enough of any of these from the original pieces to do a solid stripe around the entire thing, but I might, so we might see. This one is fabric 3. It looks like flowers. And these are all batiks. Every last one of these is batiks. And these are not the fabrics that came with the pattern, because no, I bought the pattern separately. This is fabric 8. And this is all I have left of it. I don't have a lot left of it at all. Fabric 4 is very close to fabric 3 in colorway. Oh, wide or narrow. What I'm thinking I will do is I'll do a medium border, a narrow border, then a wide border. Andrea says 3 would be her choice. Yeah, I think I have enough of 3 to do, well, between 3 and 4, I could combine those two because they're close enough together to make 2 borders, but I have, when I bought the fabrics, they were for different quilts, completely different quilts. And so they included more fabrics than I needed, which is okay with me. So I have this fabric. It's got that fabric 5 leaf print, but it's in a darker colorway. And this is not even half a yard. So, but I've got 2 of these, whatever width that is. So that might be a narrow border. I have this fabric, which it looks, okay, so I've got 2 half yard. Okay, so I did a third of a yard of the one I just showed you. There's a half yard times 2 out of this. So I've got a total of a full yard out of this fabric that did not make it into the center of the quilt. And it's gorgeous. I mean, it's such a pretty purple. I put them all together, maybe the same wave as the quilt. That's going to be a challenge. That's going to be a challenge. Now this one, I also have 2 half-yard cuts of this because I bought 2 kits. So this has the same print as 4, but it's in that lighter colorway. I would want a dark next to the quilt and then a light and then that one for the last one. This one would definitely be the last one I'm thinking, this pattern. I like this for the dark. So this might be the dark closest to the quilt maybe. And then what I might do is I might take, let's see, the pieces that I've got big. I've got 4 and 3 that had big pieces. They're not super big, but they're big, like compared to like the scraps. And I do have a couple of half square triangles left over that I made extra. And I have some cut off half square triangles too. I've got a little bit of one left over. Not as much, but a little bit. So it might go into a border. I could do a piano key style border too to add to it, but I do have a decent amount of this, but it's just the one cut. So it's whatever I've got in this. Let's see. 2 I don't think is enough of anything. Let me see. Oh, that's maybe 5 inches by width of fabric. That's not going to be enough to go around the whole quilt. And then I've got this. So between this fabric and this fabric, I could do a light border or I could do a dark border. Or, you know what? I could do a dark border out of these two around it initially, do a light border, and then come back with a dark border around the outside. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. First thing I'm going to do is press it. That'll be the next step on this quilt. I'll press it out completely, and then I will measure it and trim the extra, because I didn't, when you're making these pieces right here, you're making them the same size as you're making these, and then you're supposed to cut a strip. I didn't want to cut it all the way down just in case, so I left it larger, just cut the strip in the piece in half. So I'll have to trim that all the way around the quilt, but I don't think it'll be that hard. You know, the rest of it is fairly level, so it won't be hard to trim that. But I'll have to go trim that all the way around and press it and then measure and see what I need to do for my borders, because I'll figure it out then. But I will bring you along for the borders too, so you don't have to worry about that. I tend to like a darker final border because I like the frame look up. So do I. Oh, you're good, James. You're good. He says that he didn't mean nope to the quilt. Please don't think that. It was answering the question. I love the quilt. That's absolutely fine, James. You would not believe. Okay, so we have one thing that we do have here on my channel is we have a few alternative words. We have distracturated and we have hordes for borders. So I need to figure out what my hordes are going to be for this quilt. And I know there's one more that we've already got in here, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But there's a couple of random word substitutions that we have going on. So you're good. You're good. That's exactly what I would do. Dark, light, dark. It will frame that out, that gorgeous quilt perfectly. I think it will too. I think it will. And I don't know, I guess once I get it pressed, and then I repress all of my leftover pieces from the same kits, then I will see what I have and what I could potentially do and decide I might even add more borders. Who knows? Just because I have the fabric, but I could also, something might be binding and I might do a flange binding. I don't know yet. What about narrowed dark, then long mid-wide random strips, then wide outer border and lightest? It might work that way too. It might. I'm going to, once it's pressed, I'm also going to lay it out. We have, the kitchen floor should be big enough, I think, for this one, just depending on how big it is. If the kitchen floor is not big enough, I will take it with me and take it to some place that does have a big enough floor space, and I will go photograph it there. Because all I need to do is get up in a chair and I can hold my phone up high enough and be able to photograph it. And I've got access to a place I can do that too. And I'll take a picture of it and see what I want to do with that. With those angles, a mitered border would be awesome if you do those. I do occasionally do mitered borders. whether or not I'm willing to on this one, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't think I'm going to know until I lay it on the floor and take that picture and actually can see it from that range. That is usually how I make that decision. So a lot of quilts, I can visualize the border in advance. Um, I don't even know where the paperwork is for this quilt. I guess I buried it. Um, I've got to clean this room. Just saying. I've got to clean this room. Um, yeah, I don't know what I've done with the paperwork for this pattern for Echoes, but that's the name of the pattern in case you guys are wondering. The pattern name is Echoes, and I do think she bordered it with a dark, a medium, then a dark on her quilts because it's from Jenny Beyer, and she tends to use a lot of those dark grungy colors that I love. Um, and the jewel tones and such. So she does tend to go that route. So I would not be surprised if it was dark, medium, and dark. But I have light in here, and I really don't have a lot of medium. So, I'll do what feels right for me and make it work from there, and then figure out my binding as well, because I'll calculate the binding in it as well, because I definitely want to continue to use these. I know I don't have enough for backing. I do not have enough for backing. So I don't know what the backing will be. But at least with the binding, I can get it out of these too. Yes. Yeah, mitered border would be beautiful. It would be. And I think a flange binding would actually add to it as well if I have enough to do that. So it's just going to be a matter of what I can scrounge from what I have left. And I really want to bias binding, but I may not be able to achieve that because I don't have large cuts of anything. So that's going to be another thought in the process. But I do want it to be big enough to be on our bed and to be used on our bed. And we have a queen size bed. And I want some overhang. I love having a quilt with overhang. I love that. I love it. This has been a successful after Sunset Sunday. What do you guys think? So, to answer before anybody asks, all of this is stuff that will be getting put away soon. It might get put away before Tuesday night. It might not. Just being honest with you guys. I'm going to pull something out for you, though. I'm going to pull something out. This fabric that I'm pulling out now may go in very good times, right? I agree. Oh, thank you. I don't know if it's going to get ribbons or not. But it could go in the show. I would not mind putting it in the show. Oh, good night, Rena. Have a great night. Go pet some fabric before you get in bed. Go pet some fabric. I'm gonna bring you guys back real quick to yes, good deal. Good deal. It worked. I'm gonna bring the camera over just a hair. Okay. So my Secret Santa sent me this fabric. And there's like 4 yards of this, guys. 4 yards of it. In case you're wondering, let me see if it's got, oh, it does have a label on it. I think it's 4 yards. This is Moody Bloom Rainbow, and it's a Moda fabric. So Moody Bloom Rainbow. Let's see, Create Joy Project. So this is a fabric that my Secret Santa sent me this year. And I want to craft a project around this fabric because I do love it. I absolutely do love it. She also sent me fabrics to go with it. She sent me a whole bunch of fabrics for December. This one is 1930s. It looks like Baizeys. A Flower House collection by Debbie Beeves design number 21221. It's a Robert Kaufman print. And this fabric, the color is in like right here, in here. She sent me another 2 blues with it. Let's see what she sent me. This one is a solid with no selvage information. And it's right there. That is this blue right there. This one is 2008 Blank Textiles Incorporated, pattern BTR 3504. And this one is also kind of there and in here. Oh, sorry, in here. They are very fun fabrics, Pam. They are absolutely very fun. So this is like 4 yards. This fabric is like 4 yards. So this could be a background, or it could be a back for the quilt, or it could be a background for the front. I don't know which yet. I don't know what I want to do yet. So I've got 3 blues that are in the pattern here. This fabric is a batik. So it's very thin, but it's not a, it's not a flimsy fabric, but it's batik, and there's no selvage label on it. And it kind of has like a gold. Oh, there you go. You can see some of the shimmer in it. It's got pink and orange in it, so it pulls these fabrics right here, these colors. She sent me another pink, and this one is Robert Kaufman Fusions screen print number D number 4070. And it is like little flowers, but you really can't tell that they're flowers unless you're looking closely at it. It kind of looks like dots, and it's very much pulling these pinks right here. She sent me a pastel purple. This one is Essentials, copyright Dan Hui Nai, licensed to Wilmington Prints. And it's kind of like a mottled lilac color. So there's some differences in the color. It looks almost one color on screen. But there's some differences in color, and there is some purple in this fabric right up here. And this fabric repeats, so there's more purple wherever. And then this one is a Benartex. I recognized it the moment I saw it. Let me see. I haven't had this Benartex in my collection in a long time. Cotton screen print style 4476. Brooklyn Heights by Kitty Yoshida. It's a green with kind of like a chevron looking print to it. And it is definitely in the greens available here in this fabric, and the darker greens too. And then the last one she sent is Kimberbell Basics, which I was really impressed with because I don't have a lot of Kimberbell yet. So it was really awesome to get this. Let's see. Kimberbell Basics by Kim Christofferson, by Kimberbell Designs for Maywood. That's as much information as I've got about it. And it is this green with all these floral prints, and it also pulls in some of the lighter greens. So what would you do? Would you do a quilt using these fabrics and a different background fabric and then use this as the backing? Or would you incorporate all of these into the front of your quilt and just find a compatible backing fabric? What would you do? If this was your choice to make, what would you do? Because I don't even know what design I want to do yet. And I know the design may actually come to me and dictate that for me. But I don't know yet. While you guys are thinking about that, I am going to say this will not qualify for it, but coming up in February, I am going to be doing a fat quarter friendly project that will be a freebie project. So put that on your calendars, put that on your to-do list. If you've got some fat quarters, or you got a whole bunch of fat quarters for Christmas that you want to do, absolutely, Joan. She says Happy New Year to everyone. See you next year. Absolutely. Go pet some fabric before you get in bed. So if you got fat quarters for Christmas, or you have a whole lot of fat quarters hanging around, let's say you played left, right, center, and you ended up taking a whole bunch of fat quarters, then what would you can absolutely do that with this pattern we're going to be doing. I would recommend that you find fat quarters that are coordinating. And as soon as I know what all you need, I will put that out to you guys. Maybe the cozy cabin pattern. Okay, I'll look into that. And Nanette says all in the front. Good deal, good deal. Oh, good night, Wanda. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to hang out. And I think everybody is kind of winding down. There was a lot of excitement with that quilt. A lot of excitement with this quilt. So I will go ahead and tell you all good night here in just a minute. But Tuesday night, don't forget that we do still have a Tuesday night live coming up, the last Tuesday night edition of the year, and the 100th episode of Tuesday night edition. So please don't forget, Tuesday night is going to be a blast. We are going to have fun. And I'm going to stop yawning, so I apologize. You can tell that I have worked myself hard this year, for sure. I have worked myself very hard this year. So thank you all for being here. Greatly appreciate all of you being here. This is the last Sunday night after Sunset Sunday for 2025. I could not have hoped for a better evening. Tonight. Pam agrees with Nanette. All of these fabrics on the front. Good deal. Good deal. Good night, Zaza. Good night, Cynthia. Thank you guys for being here. All right, so if you've not petted some fabric, if you have not put needle and thread to fabric, go pet some fabric before you get in bed tonight. You do not want to start the new year without having petted some fabric to wish your way into the new year. Oh no, Nightbot, what in the world? Oh, it's all the hearts. It's all the hearts. Laura said, good night, everyone. I hope everyone has a happy, healthy, and blessed new year, with 3 hearts. And then she said, love this. I love this community, and put 3 more hearts. And Nightbot doesn't like that. So I apologize, but Nightbot got you, Laura. Gotta close out the year with Nightbot, right? Yes. We will be here Tuesday night for the 100th episode, which is crazy. I can't believe we have managed to go 100 weeks. We've gone longer than 100, but this will be the 100th that we've numbered. Goodness gracious, guys. It is the heat coming back on, and we have gas heat, so every time the heat comes on, I do that. It's just part of it, apparently. But thank you so much for being here, guys. Go pet some fabric. Put some needle and thread to fabric. Go pet it, at least. Go pet the fabric before you go get in bed. Yes, Nightbot, fire Nightbot, right? I think it lends to a fantastic conversation, Cynthia. Nightbot is a good helper sometimes. So, I don't know. We might keep him another year. Yeah, the heat always does this. Turning the heat on always does this to me. And it just cranked on like 5 minutes ago. So it's just now getting to me. But all right. Well, guys, have a great evening. And if I don't see you Tuesday night, know that I am wishing you a happy and healthy and profitable and loving 2026. And if I see you Tuesday night, I will wish you that one more time on Tuesday night, and I will make sure that the heat doesn't come on during my live. And I will see you all then. Until Tuesday.